Most traders don't fail because they don't know how to trade. They fail because they can't follow their own rules. And I know this because I was one of them. After more than 2 years trading, studying setup, learning ICT concept, building strategies, I went back and preview my previous trade. And here what I found out. My profitable trade had one thing in common. My losing trade had one thing in common. The difference wasn't the market. It wasn't the setup. It was whether I follow my rules. And we need to realize the problem is not always the strategy. So, in this video, I'm going to give you the 5 rules that change everything for me, and I'll show you exactly what breaking each one actually costs. If you're new here, my name is Carl. I trade NASDAQ and S&P 500 most of the time, and this channel documents my real journey toward becoming consistently profitable trader. Not from the perspective of someone who already figured it out, but from the perspective of someone still building it in real time. No signal, no course to sell, no fake result, just honest trading, honest mistake, and the discipline work that actually create consistency. This is the disciplined trader. Let's get into it. Now, here's something that most trading content will never tell you. You probably have the strategy that works. The problem isn't your entry model. It isn't your indicator. It isn't the market. The problem, most of the time, it's execution. When I track my trades honestly, I mean really honestly, I found that every major losing streak started with the same way. Not with a bad setup, with a broken rules. One small deviation, one small impulsive decision, one is different. And that comment is what costs everything. So here are the 5 rules I should have locked in from day one. The first rule is the one I broke the most. Maximum 2 trade a day. That's it. 2 trade. If both are done, you're done. Flat, close, walk away. When I first heard this kind of rules, I thought it was too limiting. What if there's 5 great setup? Here's what I learned. There's almost never 5 great setup. What feel like 5 great setup is usually 2 great setup and 3 emotional reaction to what just happened. 2 trade is not a limitation. It's a protection. It forces you to be selective, to wait for quality. When you only have 2 bullets, you stop pulling the trigger on bad shots. Rule 2 is what keeps one bad trade from becoming a bad week. Fixed risk per trade. Same dollar amount, every single trade, no exception. Not a percentage that shift. Not a little more because the setup look really strong. If you risk the same amount every trade, 5 losses in a row is survivable. Painful, but survivable. If you double your size on trade 3 because you felt confident, or size up on trade 4 trying to recover, those 5 losses can erase weeks of progress. I did this multiple times. Green weeks felt good. Size up, give it all back in one session. Fix risk, remove that variable completely. Your result become a function of your win rate and setup quality, not your emotional state. That's the only version of trading that can actually be improved. Rule 3 is where most traders bleed money slowly without realizing it. Only A plus setup. Not pretty good, not close enough. For me, A plus setup means every condition is met. The structure is right, the timing is right, the risk to reward is right. Nothing is forced. Your job isn't to trade every opportunity. Your job is to only trade the one you'll take again, even if they lost. If you wouldn't be proud of the entry, you shouldn't be in the trade. The next one is probably the hardest rule to follow, and it's the most important. If you break a rule, any rule, trading stop immediately for the rest of the day. Done, flat, closed. No, just one more to make it back. Here's why. The moment you break a rule, your emotional state has already shifted. You are no longer trading your system, you are trading your feeling. And trading your feeling is not a strategy, it's pure gambling. When I broke a rule in the past and kept trading, my result on everything that followed in that session were a lot worse. Not because the market got harder, because I was no longer in the state to execute properly. Rule 4 is not a punishment, it's a reset. You broke a rule, the session is compromised. Protect the account, come back tomorrow. Clean. The best traders aren't the one with the best strategy. They're the one who are best at stopping. The last rule is what make all the other improvable. Track every trade. Honestly, not just the P&L, not just the win and loss. Track what actually happened. Let me show you an example how I track my trade. So this is a spreadsheet that I use and I can enter every trade. So this is the template. Um, and you'll have access to this a little bit later on. But just for today, I'm just want to show you very quickly. So basically, I enter all the detail, the date, what I trade, what kind of setup was it? Was it a long, a short, the time, how much I risk, the P&L, and what was the result? But the most important part is right here. So I need to evaluate every time I take a trade. So there's 5 category, and I have to give a point from 0 to 2. So I have structure, the risk management, the execution, the emotional control, and the rule consistency. And then it gives me the total for that trade. And if I have any comment, improvement, or anything that I learned, I can put it here. And then after a while, well, you get some statistic, you get some metric that you can see how you're currently performing. In the next video, I'll go a little bit more in detail so you'll better understand. So having a system like this, you can have a discipline score, not based on profit, but based on execution. A day where I follow every rule and lost money, still get a high discipline score. A day where I broke rules and happen to make money, get a low scores. Because profit tell you what happened today. Discipline score tell you what will happen over the next 100 trade. If you're not tracking your execution, you're flying blind. You cannot improve what you don't measure. So, here the full system. Rule 1, maximum 2 trade per day. Rule 2, fixed risk per trade. No exception. Rule 3, only A plus setup. Rule 4, stop trading immediately after breaking any rules. Rule 5, track every trade honestly and discipline score over profit. These 5 rules are not complicated. They're not secret. They're not new. They're a hard part of not knowing them. The hard part is not knowing them. The hard part is doing them every session, every trade, even when the market is moving fast and your emotions are louder than your plan. That's what this channel is about. Building the trader who actually does what he says he's going to do. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm tracking it and I'm documenting every step of it here. On the next video, I'm going to show you my first full week of trade using these rules. What worked, what is still broke, and what does my discipline score actually look like? If that's something you want to follow, subscribe and let me know what you would like me to show you. Not because I have figured it out, but because if you're working on the same thing, you shouldn't have to do it alone. And this is key, my friend. This is the Disciplined Trader. See you soon.